Hello everyone, in this video we'll be bypassing the AMSI by putting the hardware breakpoint at the AMSI scan buffer function, and then we are changing the value of the length parameter to 1. So this is the AMSI scan buffer function documentation. So the first one is the AMSI context and the buffer, so the pointer to the buffer. So whatever you type in the PowerShell, like commands, pwd, whoami, net commands, etc., that all will be passed on to the AMSI scan buffer function if the defender is enabled or any antivirus is using this AMSI scan buffer. And the length parameter determines amount of length your command is. So if you change the length parameter to 1, then you will obviously the function will check only one ASCII character. Of course it will return the result clean value, indicating that the content is not malware. So I saw another GitHub repo on about this bypassing AMSI scan buffer using hardware breakpoints. So what the author did was simulate a return instruction that will return a clean result. So that's what we did in the patching AMSI scan buffer function. So we will write the move rx comma 0 or 1, I forgot the value, and then return. So we will write those bytes at the starting of this AMSI scan buffer. So that is the patching the memory contents, which is highly detectable. So the author of the GitHub repository does a fantastic job on simulating that instruction, but this one is somewhat different way, just changing the length to 1. So in this video we will be dealing with this method. So in the previous video we have seen the message box here. So let's do one thing. We are going to print the contents of the message box here arguments. So I am sending the hi and hi title. So in the x64 architecture you have the first parameter goes to RCX, second RDX, third R8, fourth R9, and then onwards the arguments goes on the stack. So second parameter is RDX and R8. So at this point we can see our breakpoint has been hit, and we have the context of the thread that has about to execute our code at that address. So now I am going to read the content. Read, since we are using message box here, it is a normal string. Read string from memory. So I have written this helper function. It will read byte by byte and converts into a string. Whenever it faces a null byte, it stops parsing. So we are going to change this as RDX. Now we can store this in a variable message and print the content of second parameter RDX message. Okay, now let's go and run this. Let's run our message box. Now from the next time onwards, whenever we try to execute message box here, you should see the hi here. So you can see hi. So let's stop this. You can do the same for next value as well, the R8. R8 register and print the third parameter of the message box save function. Okay, let's run this again. Let's attach to that process. So you can see the high title and the high values. So now we are going to change the process name to PowerShell. We are going to attach to the PowerShell process, and we want to load the AMSI.dll and message box, sorry, AMSI scan buffer function. Now we already have the PowerShell process, right? So let's clear this, and now let's directly attach to this PowerShell process, and let's go and type something, echo hi, and we got an error. Okay, let's fix this. It's been exiting. I think RCX, RDX, I think we are getting error somewhere here. Let's read only the R8 value, the length. Let message length context.r8. It's exiting. Oh, my bad, sorry, we did not change here. So that's why we are exiting as a debug exception not handled. So sorry for that, AMSI scan buffer. So we are checking the message box address. Since it is not our desired address, we are checking the message box here with the AMSI scan buffer. Then we are returning exception not handled, but it should return exception handled. So let's try echo hi, and we can see the length of this parameter is 1188. Okay, let's actually exit this, and let's print the content that is actually going into this function, that is the buffer, pointer to this buffer. So this is the Unicode buffer. So what we can do is let content is equals to read Unicode string from memory self dot process information dot and the parameter is rdx. So let's print the content. So now we are good to go. So we can see the content here. It is using the system.management.automation, that is the PowerShell DLL. So that's why we got the length. So let's try echo invoke meme catch, and we can see our content has been blocked by antivirus software. So what we are going to do is, we are going to do a simple adjustment. We are going to change the length parameter to 1. So I already tested this context.rate is equals to 1. We are changing the length parameter to 1, and we are setting the thread context, and then we are continuing. Let's run this. Now if I type echo invoke meme catch, and we can see the content has been printed, because after clearing the hardware breakpoints, you can see the register values. DR1 is pointing to the address, and R8 register is value is 1. So the AMSI scan buffer will scan only for 1 byte content and will return clean result. So in the second time we are getting blocked. We should see why it is happening. I think the breakpoint is not getting set properly. Okay, let's try to clear the breakpoints in all of the threads. So in the previous message box we have only one thread, right? So let's try this. Okay, we are setting the thread context to all of the threads. let's print the contents of registers here. So we are printing the debug register values. Okay, 1A, 2A, 3C, 0. Why we are setting the message box A? Okay. Sorry, my bad. I have found the culprit. This here, see, you can see the message box A. Sorry, my bad. We are setting the breakpoint at the message box A instead of AMSI scan buffer. So that's why what I prefer is you pass the address into the enter debugging loop. So you put a parameter here. So let's do this address usize, and let's remove this comment out and pass in the function address here. So sorry, that was so bad from myself. So you can see we need to change 3 places for this. So that's why you pass in the address to this function. So it might take some time, 1 second of gap, and we can print the invoke mimic catch and also import power view, etc. So that's all from this video. We have seen how to bypass the AMSI by putting hardware breakpoint at the AMSI scan buffer and setting the length value to 1 to get the clean result.